Hi, I want to teach an EMDR technique called resourcing. This is helpful at the beginning of trauma work. So I'm not teaching you trauma work, but I'm teaching you the resourcing that helps with trauma work. In Los Angeles, we are short on resources, internal resources, external resources. So this is an exercise that's very simple that can help you feel resourced and replenished simply by tapping into your own systems of imagination and reassurance through tapping. So the first task is to think of a figure of nurture. This could be someone who is a friend, who taught you at school, who you've seen in a movie, who you've read about. It could be real or imagined, dead or alive. A figure of nurture who would feel good to be around. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and then do what's called the butterfly tap. So you're crossing your hands across your chest and you're tapping on one collarbone, the other collarbone. So closing the eyes, inviting in the figure of nurture. And it's a short tap, so it's going to be about 10 seconds. So invoking this figure of nurture, tapping one side, other side, one side, other side, one side, other side. Breathing, noticing how it feels to be around this figure. A deep breath when it's good and strong, and then out and opening your eyes. The next figure, and if you can't find one of these figures, you can just use the word. So if you couldn't find a figure of nurture, you can just use the word nurture and tap on that. The next figure is figure of protection. Same thing. If you just rack your brains and you can't find anything that feels protective, use the word and tap that in. So finding someone, it could be an animal, some being that it would feel good to be around, who would enhance your feeling of safety, and closing your eyes, drinking in the energy of this being, this protective being, and tapping that into your system while breathing. So one side, other side, one side, other side, one side, other side. And just going until it feels really good and strong. If the mind starts to branch out, you can start again, but we want to leave off the exercise while it feels good and strong. So just drinking in that sense of protection. Even if everything else feels crazy right now, just breathing into that. Okay. The next figure is a figure of wisdom. So thinking about who is wise in your life, or who you've read about that's wise or imagined that's wise. It could be a biblical creature. It could be someone from your imagination. It could be someone from a cartoon. It could be your pet. Doesn't matter. Whatever wisdom is for you. And this is all about what is authentic to you. So you're sort of tapping into your own authentic juices in this exercise. And so closing the eyes, deep breath, feeling into what it's like to be around that wisdom figure, to have that wisdom figure there for you. Tapping it in, breathing. One side, other side, one side, other side. Stopping when it feels really good and strong, opening the eyes. And we want to reorient when we've been eyes closed for a while, which means looking for one side to the room and the other side of the room, eyes open, then back to the center. And lastly, the invitation is to think of a place that is calming and safe for you. That's not going to be your house. If your house burnt down, it's going to be somewhere that either you've been or that you can imagine that would feel calming and safe and replenishing. So closing your eyes and bringing this place to mind and feeling what it would be like to be inside this place, tapping into your senses. What would it smell like? What would it feel like on your skin? What would the sounds be like? And tapping this place in. Breathing. And going until it's good and strong. And lastly, if you want to invite your figure of nurture, your figure of protection, and your figure of wisdom into this space, into this safe space that you have just been imagining, you can do that. So closing your eyes again, inviting in the dream team into this space, seeing what it feels like to have cultivated this moment of replenishment for yourself and drinking it in through tapping one side, other side, one side, other side, one side, other side, one side, other side. A deep breath. I hope this is helpful, and I'll see if I can come up with some more shareable things.